Dear friends, welcome to Grow to Succeed. Thank you so much for joining with me today. This is your place to learn, grow, get inspired, and succeed. Today, I am super happy and excited because I have one of the fantastic and amazing guests, Rafatul Rahman. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining with me today. I am super happy and excited to have you with me on Grow to Succeed, and welcome to Grow to Succeed.
Thank you so much, Wasim, for inviting me on this very special interview. And I'm really elated to be a part of this. It's always a pleasure to benefit and to be benefited by the experience and by the several experiences what everyone have there in their life. Okay.
Thank you so
So
much.
before we start, I'll just give you a small introduction of myself.
Sure.
So my name is Rafatul Rahman, and by profession, I'm a network consultant. So I have exposure of working in varied multinational companies like Cisco, HP, HSBC. So that was a kind of a great learning when I got an opportunity to work with such companies. And those are the same learning which I have got from these companies and these experiences which I have been able to carry it in my current project, what I'm handling. So currently, I have invested myself majority of my time and most of my skills into handling one of the most precious project, what I would term it as, and the most like effective and very close to my heart. That is Rahmani Program of Excellence, and one of the unit of the same, that is Rahmani30, which I'm handling for the past couple of years. And wherein I get an opportunity to apply all my skill, my learning, and whatever I have been in the last couple of years, and the experiences which I have, that I'm able to apply it in my current. And of course, I get an opportunity to handle several kids under Rahmani30, wherein we are handling the kids of 15 to 17 or 18, 19 years of age group. Definitely, it's a challenging task which I have taken up. But indeed, that's a great pleasure working for this project.
Amazing,
Thank
ma'am.
you so
I'm
much.
so, when you started introducing yourself, I got the pulse that you are doing a fantastic job in the field of education.
Thank you so
And
much.
I did get a chance to read your profile. It's really amazing, number one.
Thank you.
And I have heard a lot of stories, very good stories, excellent stories about Rahmani30. I have been part of many foundations who are working towards uplifting the community, uplifting the underprivileged students in the society. I have seen the kind of work they do, the kind of dedication and commitment they bring in uplifting those underprivileged students. And when I read some of the articles, when I did some research on Rahmani30, um, I was blown away. The kind of work they have done in the field of education, the kind of contribution they are making in the field of education by uplifting those underprivileged students is totally outstanding. Could you please tell our viewers what Rahmani30 is all about? What is their initiative? What is their mission? What is their vision? And so on.
Sure. I'll just do a little bit of flashback.
Yeah.
Okay. The point where the Rahmani30 came into existence. So it is around 2007, 2008.
Right.
When, if you can recall, the Sachar Committee report which was published, right? It was a kind of eye opener. We, of course, all of us know it very well. We do see our surrounding, and we do see people in the Muslim community, the kind of the living standard of the Muslim community, both in terms of the socio and economic condition, right? Be it educational, be it socio, or be it economic condition, okay? Those through such a committee, because it was a data-driven information or data-driven like fact which was put up, right? Such a committee report. So like every member, every person in the community, they got, of course, they got a pinch of it. They felt really disheartened looking at the reflection of their community, that Muslim community being the like most downtrodden. Okay. And of course, we cannot imagine that we are more downtrodden than the ST and SC, but the Sachar Committee report reflected that the Muslim community is even below the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, right? So that was an eye opener, okay? Like every other person, Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Wali Rahmani Sahab, Rahmatullah alayh, he also got a pinch of it. He also
Right.
felt really pained by looking at this data. In response to the same information, he really became restless. Okay,
Right.
he did not know the path onwards or the where exactly, what exactly, and where to start from, because it's a huge task, right?
Right.
Uplifting a community who is in a state of like even a like worse state than the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, where the literacy rate is worse than every community.
Right.
The per capita income is worse than every other community in the country. So handling so many at the same time. So when the leaders make a decision, they always make it in a quantifiable,
Right.
a small chunk which is feasible and achievable, right?
Right.
The very first quantified task, what he imagined, what he could have planned at that point in time, was to eye for the best institution, education being the liberating force, right? So where he started and where he planned to work from was from the education, which can be a core in solving every kind of problem, right?
Right.
So when he started thinking about the education, we know that there are thousands, numerous institutions already Muslim community has, right? So then he wondered that what could be done differently so that we can get a different result what we have not got it
Right.
in the past, okay?
Yeah.
So he got to know about the Institute of National Importance at that point in time, which is also termed as the what we call it as a vehicle of excellence.
Right.
Okay, when any student board that vehicle, they are kind of guest for the government.
Right.
It is no longer on the pocket or on the funding of community. It is absolutely, they are self-reliant and they are fully funded by the government. Okay,
Right.
this Institute of National Importance that was found by the what should I say? INA is an act of
Right.
parliament through which government of India segregated small chunk of institution,
Right.
premium institution, that is 103 institution out of 53,000 plus institution. And those are the institution wherein government of India concentrated their 52% of education, higher education budget on a small pocket of 103 institution.
Right.
If I tell you in terms of
Yeah.
funding, it is around 40 lakhs to 1.7 CR what the government invests on individual students when
Once-
you are able to send one of your student to these premium institutions.
Wow.
Okay, so this was a very tempting route.
Right.
What he really identified it. Okay, so with this intent, motive, with this intention, and with this like aspiration, he started Rahmani30.
Right.
Okay, this was the vehicle of excellence through which we can really change the definitely not in one day, but of course in due course of time.
Yes.
If we all aspire to send our kids to Institute of National
Right.
Importance, we can surely transform, and not in entirety, but at least a part of our problem can
Right.
be resolved. Okay,
Right.
so this is how Rahmani30 came into existence. And one more thing, because Rahmani30 who is building leaders.
Right.
Okay, we are not identifying downtrodden. We are not identifying the financially weak or poor or backward kids at all. Though 90% of our community is the same,
Right.
right? But we are identifying the leaders. We are identifying the future leaders whom we can tame, or whom we can like maneuver into a better human,
Right.
or better person, or more stronger personality than our own kids.
Right.
Of course. So the concept is that fund the best among yourself.
Right.
Fund the best among yourself. If your child has the capability, fund them. If not, then fund the best who is better than your own child.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is what the motive and the objective of this project was, and this is how it came into existence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. So there is no partiality.
Not at all.
Whoever is
Whoever is
talented,
eligible, yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Which background
Yes.
you come from,
Right.
what financial like background
Right.
you come from, it does not matter.
Right.
Yeah.
And you are there to support until the student reaches to the destination.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Amazing. So what has been the latest achievements of Rahmani30?
Yeah, the latest achievement is around like if I start with the commerce, which is the least aware field in our
Right.
community. Commerce being the most rewarding career choice.
Right.
Unfortunately, we do not have awareness in our community for the same. So from in that, you must have heard about the Commerce Olympiad. That is
Right.
ICI Wizard. Okay, the first stage is there, second stage. In second stage, 26 students participated in Rahmani30, out of which 23 were able to crack this.
Oh.
Wherein the qualifying percent is around maybe less than 10%
Right.
in this. participate against the qualified students, it is less than 10% who qualify. And you can find the percent 23 out of 26 were able to qualify
So that's
in
more than
Rahmani 30.
95%.
Exactly. And year on year, the success in Rahmani 30 JEE mains result is almost above 80-85% every single year. And we are able to, we do know, and everybody, we have similar problems when we scale.
Right.
We tend to lose the excellence,
Absolutely.
right? And Alhamdulillah, from 10 students, now we are 1200 students, and a journey of around 12 to 13 years, started in 2008, and it's around 15 years.
Right.
We have scaled and we have been able to keep up the excellence percent in the same. We have excelled and we have scaled in terms of number as well as in number of excellence also.
Okay. So consistently you have been able to achieve 80 to 85%.
Yes, yes.
And what happens to those students who fail? For example, those maybe 10 or 15%.
No,
Do
but
you give them chance
in
to
Rahmani
gain
30, we do not allow them to fail.
Right.
Actually, those who, we are talking only about JEE mains, okay?
Right.
There are other institutions also where the students applies for, and there is a good number of students who retain and who continue with us to take their next attempt.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because JEE is very dubious. Like when you qualify, even if you qualify, if you do not get a field of your choice,
Right.
and students are very particular about the field which they want to pursue.
Right.
Okay. So if they do not get the field of their choice, still they would prefer to stay back and repeat.
Right. Okay. Amazing. So, ma'am.
And Alhamdulillah, I would like to add in NEET also, medical.
NEET,
The
okay.
qualification percent is 100%.
Right.
And Alhamdulillah, MBBS allotment is around 35 to 40% each year.
Okay.
And the 40%, you can imagine the participant against the number of the seat ratio, which is around 50, maybe around 50 to 60,000, which is a government MBBS seats.
Right.
And then the students who participate is more than 20 lakhs every year.
Right.
So the 40% is a huge number. If you get an allotment of 40%,
Absolutely.
that's a huge number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I understand is you are preparing the students to become future leaders, number
Future
one.
leaders, yes.
Number two, you are preparing them to be part of any field. It can be NEET, the medical,
Yes.
or engineering,
Yes.
to be part of one of the best institutions in the country, that is IITs, IIMs. Then I heard you also train students to get into law, the CLAT as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still, that is in the, what I should say, in the initial stage, because even for the CLAD, I do not see much awareness.
Right.
So as per the students' participation,
Right.
we have still kept that field alive.
Okay.
Managing with 2 students, 3 students, 4, whoever
Okay.
comes, we try to mentor
Right.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the eligibility criteria, or what is the admission process? Let's say, for example, we have many parents who are aspiring to send their students to maybe
Rahmani30.
become
IIT,
doctors
okay.
or engineers in
Yes.
one of the top institutions of the country. If they want to be associated with Rahmani30, so what is the process for them?
So, first of all, we have around more than 400 schools
Okay.
who are registered as a registered exam centers for Rahmani30. They are our partners.
Right.
Okay. And every year, earlier it used to be one entrance examination every year.
Right.
And the registration used to begin in around like September or October. And November, December, phase 1 used to begin, like for phase 1 written exam would be conducted. Those who qualify in the phase 1, they will be eligible for the second phase, which is face-to-face interview.
Right.
Okay. And then the subsequent behavioral interview and behavioral round, and they are onboarded. This is
Right.
the process which we follow around the, like maybe 25 to 30,000 students mostly apply for Rahmani30 entrance exam,
Right.
out of which selected 2,500 or 3,000 kids finally onboard the projects. Okay. And after COVID, this selection has become the around the year process.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So recently, looking at the students when they graduate from grade 10th, okay, that point in time their mind opens, and
Right.
then they start thinking that which field they want to go for, right? So currently, what we have done in order to avoid the student failing at grade 11th level or after 10th, we have started engaging them early in their
So at what stage you are engaging?
grade 8th or grade 9th.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we engage them early, we are able to inculcate the habit of making their decision on the basis of their
Right.
strength. what is the decision criteria now in the regular student? If they're not very good in mathematics, they'll go for bio. And if they're not good at both the science subject, they will opt for commerce. If they're not able to do any of these, they will opt for arts. So the life's most crucial decision they are making on the basis of their weakness, right? We want to invert that.
Right.
Okay, when we engage them early, 2 years or 3 years before the decisive stage in their life, we want them to be 100% confident on the subject matter, the syllabus what they are taught in the school. Okay. See, what is the qualifying criteria from a first grader to graduate to 2? Usually, at what percent they graduate? Even if they score 50%, they graduate from grade 1 to grade 2. So they have a backlog of 50%, right? Now they're graduating from 2 to 3, they have another backlog of 25%, right? This keeps on accumulating this backlog, okay? When you look at the syllabus, how it is designed, the grade 1 syllabus, grade 2 is dependent on that, right? Grade 3 is dependent on grade 2. When the students have this kind of backlog, there is a huge backlog of their concept. There is a huge backlog of knowledge because 100% is not the qualifying criteria for any grade, right? So when this kind of backlog keeps on piling up, by the time the students are in grade 10th, they have a huge backlog. And with this kind of package of backlog, when they go to 11th, I hope you are aware that 11th syllabus of science, I would feel that it is the first chapter of physics, chemistry, and bio is equivalent to the entire syllabus of 1 to 10th what they have studied. That is the difficulty level of first chapter of 11th, science, physics, chemistry, and bio or maths, right? So if these students with that kind of backlog, when they hit 11th, it means that they have hit a roadblock.
Absolutely.
They really cry. Students who comes to us, they feel as if it has never been so, ma'am, that in first class I was not able to understand anything. Because first of all, embrace the fact that this is the most difficult syllabus what you are just hitting, okay, what you're just starting, then you have not cleared your backlog. So now engaging early, when we engage the kids early, we try to clear all their backlogs. I have students from 9th for whom we have started from grade 1.
Oh, wow.
We did grade 1, we did grade 2, and all with 100%.
Okay.
You do get 100% in maths grade 1, go to 2. 100% in 2, then go to 3. Like that, this is the academic strategy we are following, and we are trying, inshallah. Our aspiration, the ultimate goal is that at least we are able to send the proportional number, that is 15,000 students to the Institute of National Importance. The Institute of National Importance total seat is 1 lakh. In that 1 lakh, if we send a proportional to our population, minimum 15,000 should be going to that Institute of National Importance. And that 15,000, like it is yet to be achieved, because currently the status is only 1 to 2% we are able to get that in that Institute of National Importance. So, yeah, that's
very
it.
nice, ma'am. It's so inspiring what you're doing. And if a student is selected, for example, let's say we have a student in any of the states, right? If the student is selected at Rahmani30, so what is the next step? Does the student have to go to your institution?
Yes.
As a
all our programs are 100% residential now.
Residential.
We don't have any day scholar curriculum or academic system at the moment.
How about the scholarships?
Yeah, scholarship is for everyone, whichever family background you come. First of all, the tuition is absolutely free for everyone. There is no tuition fee for anybody, whichever financial background they come from, and that's absolutely non-zakat funded scholarship. Right? And definitely this entire project is a community funded project. Okay. So by doing that, you might ask, why would you fund a child who can afford that fee?
Exactly.
Yeah. So by doing that, we try to create the stake or community stake in the success of a leader. Okay. Now when the leader is in a position of influence, the position of power, that leader knows it down the line that community has funded his success. So he has accountability towards the community. So he is going to come back to the community sooner or later. Okay. So that is what the objective is.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Really appreciate it. I think I learned a lot of things today, and I am sure parents and the students, I hope you got a chance to know what Rahmani30 is all about, and the kind of work they are doing is truly amazing and outstanding. I think this opportunity should not be missed at any cost. So please, ma'am, do you have any website so they can also go? And
we do have. That is rahmanimission.org.
rahmanimission.org. I will anyways add it to this video. You can see it on the screen. So please go to the website and then do some research. Start preparing your kids for the future. Let them become not an employee, but yes, they have to become a leader in the future who can lead in that particular area, in that particular domain, and become the subject matter expert and create solutions to all the existing problems in the entire world. So thank you so much, ma'am. Really appreciate your time. I know you have worked for multiple multinational companies. One of the companies is Cisco. When I was doing my engineering, Cisco was my dream company, but I never got a chance to get into Cisco. What made you to sacrifice your MNC position, work? I know it's multinational company, right? And I'm sure you were doing fantastic in that job. Why did you opt for Rahmani30?
Okay. So the choice was very simple.
Okay.
World versus Akhira.
Wow.
Okay, so Cisco and MNC and all my professional job, that would have definitely given me the world.
Right.
Okay, so I opted for my Akhira. Okay,
Right.
Rahmani30, I consider that the easiest and the simplest route to build my Akhira.
Right.
Okay, and inshallah, generating a lot of sawab jari also. By generating so many leaders, definitely, I hope that I'm being able to create a stake in their good deeds, what they're going to do down the lines.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
So that the choice was very simple.
Okay.
Because even, of course, my team members, when I resigned one fine morning from such a rewarding job profile,
Right.
not to mention that I was like a single female, there are hundreds of engineers in that team.
Right.
Networking being the most difficult technology.
I know.
You'll hardly find females in the networking
Yes,
field,
yes,
right?
yes.
So that was a difficult
Right.
decision, not a difficult decision for me at all. I
Right.
just made up my mind. I just opted for
Right.
my Akhira.
Wow. Awesome.
So, yeah.
I'm speechless, everyone. So we stop part one discussion here, and we will continue our discussion in the part two video. So please look out for part two video, and thank you so much for joining in this video. And if you have any comments, anything you want to share, please do comment, and please do subscribe and share this video. Thank you so much.